He's redeemed himself.
So yeah, the password is there. So it's kind of like it's.
Wait, the password is password?
Well, it's not the password so much. It's kind of like you find the file that's got kind of half of the information needed for the jump. So it's completely useless because it's kind of like 3 digits. It's like 3 digits, then a big string, and then 3 digits and 2.
Basically, we've got BB-8 part of the map.
Yes, basically.
Yeah, that's good. I think about it.
1 star 0 star 1 star 0 star star
Yes,
0
yes.
star.
Yeah.
We get it.
We get it.
Thank you.
So we're now going to the vault.
Yeah.
Yes.
With all those advantages,
Randomly explode.
there was kind of a setup where you'd need to have a active computer and someone in the vault, but Zeb's overridden that.
Okay, that's good.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so basically the idea was that someone would have to be at a computer and someone would have to be in the vault. So Jedi and a Master. So it would take 2 Jedi to do it. But Zeb's just going to go, Jedi are terrible coders, and gone, nope, turn that bit off.
No, I haven't any of that.
Because that's what, 7 advantages? That's a bit stupid.
Words to that effect.
Alright, be careful down here. I did lose my remote.
Right, so you all run down the stairs.
Yeah.
Run is a very...
Floats.
Waff.
Who's given the giant robot a penis?
That's an
What?
all I'm hoping.
Why? Why would you bastards do that?
Well, it's blue, so that would be Zeb.
Mm-hmm.
I do assume it's an arm, but it's not what came to my mind at that point. I have a dirty mind.
Yeah, evidently. I like to think that's actually how we get there. We don't use the stairs, we just walk over past the robot place.
Right. So, you come down the stairs to... This is kind of like... There's a few statues here.
Where the hell are we? I can't find us on the map anymore.
You're at the very
The very
top.
top.
Oh, that would help. Okay.
Fucking Hilo portrait.
Yep.
Sorry, just spotted that. May have forgotten about that.
How could you forget about that?
I don't know, and yet I did.
Googly eyes. You gotta love them.
Yeah, you
Work
did.
on everything.
Yeah, they did.
Yep. Okay, so... How are you going to split yourself going into this? So,
Well,
this is kind of like lined with statues of notable Jedi.
There's only... Well, not all of us are here.
Taking bets on statues coming back to life.
I mean, I wouldn't take that bet. That's too obvious.
Yep, which is off where you want to go.
Yeah, it almost always is. All right.
Yeah.
Can we examine the statues on our way, Gray?
Yes,
No, can't do that.
they're made of stone.
Yeah.
They just look to be completely normal statues.
Okay.
This
So it
is
looked like they've got
obviously
everything
this is
sitting
a bit more ornate, and it's actually survived a lot better.
I get the feeling that should be worrying somewhat.
What? Worrying?
A little bit.
Sorry, what's the
What's
one
wrong
I
with
missed it?
I feel like I should roll perception.
Yeah, I get the feeling that might be quite a good idea.
Yeah, I will point out at this point that this is around where I lost my remote.
Yeah. Let's all roll perception, eh?
Let's.
What difficulty?
I went hard.
Yeah, hard's a good one.
Jar knows nothing.
No, I know.
Enough
I
people
can
do.
see everything.
Apparently, most of you are blind.
I can believe it.
In my defense, this helmet has like no peripheral vision whatsoever.
And the googly
Yeah,
eyes make it really hard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just remember, we can see the googly eyes. See, we can see
Hilo
the googly
can't.
eyes, but Hilo can't. It's one-way googly eyes.
That's why none of us can see it. That's why none of us see whatever the threat is. We're too busy laughing at the googly eyes.
But in gravity, no gravity. They're going everywhere. Right. So
Could be hilarious.
you notice there are kind of like at the end of the thing. There's a couple of like sensor barriers. So kind of like just like a pale, not quite force field, but like a screen that's been set up. So on the other side of that are what's left of the drones. Well, they look intact. They're just floating around.
Got no signal to them whatsoever, even this close.
Yeah.
They're probably fried.
Well, let's walk up to it and then like poke a stick through it or something.
So they're at the end of these two hallways?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna walk up to it, and indeed I have a stick, so I'm gonna stick the half of my vibro axe.
The room pulses. Does the vibro axe have any kind of mechanical?
It's a vibro axe.
Yeah, it's got powered stuff.
Vroom. It's basically just been hit by an ion charge.
Yeah,
This is
I
a
mean,
vibro axe.
I'll do it.
vibro weapons, when depowered, turn into essentially the same weapon of the same type that's not vibro. So a vibro sword that's depowered, it's just a sword.
So it's now just an axe.
Well, Isla's actually gonna go ahead and test something here. She's gonna do the same, but with her lightsaber.
The lightsaber stays on.
Wait, somebody throw a blaster through it on a stick, on a rope, and see if the blaster will still shoot when you drag it back, or anything that works with electricity.
I'm betting
Anything
that this is the same field that we keep running into with the Sith, Genosith, or whatever the fuck. it's
No,
called.
this is definitely
Xenosid.
you kind of see the ion trails.
Yeah,
in the way.
like this is actually an ion pulse or ion field that we can see. If something gets hit with it, it literally shorts out a little
Yeah.
bit.
It functions more or less identically, but this is very much mechanical rather
Yeah.
than force bullshit.
But it doesn't affect lightsabers. So it's obviously a way of the Jedi. Anyone getting past this barrier would be weaponless, apart from like swords, at which point they'd be facing a very angry Jedi,
Or me.
or also a close combat expert.
Yeah, even better.
Alright, wonderful.
I suppose purely mechanical weapons would still work, so...
Yeah.
Well, that's
Oh, yeah.
what I got the extra ammo for.
I mean,
I
you
got
check
my-
vibro.
If you check if my rockets will still work.
Yeah, don't
Vibro
fire one of
weapons
those
work fine.
down here. Here's a question: does it mess up our suits, our armor?
Are they powered?
Some of them. I mean,
Yeah.
Nox
Zip.
going to become a
Zip.
very expensive lawn ornament if.
Nope. I have ion resistance, and my suit is hardened, which means it cannot be turned off by ions.
Okay, so he's
Not
not
can just
a
walk in.
expensive- Yeah.
Walk right ahead.
Yeah.
Honestly, I will stay on the outside, just also because my EVA suit, my environmental suit is not hardened, so I don't
Yeah,
want to be
but-
out of air.
My
Hylo's
suit isn't
suit
actually
has
Yeah.
mechanical valves, but
Yeah.
she's going to be down an arm.
Yeah, we had this issue when Xenosith hit us in the ship.
I think
did.
it's similar, but not quite
Our
the same.
suits are sealed and have air supplies. They're not like using electronics to produce air. They just
Yeah,
have
my-
10 hours of air in them and are
My
sealed.
armor isn't actually powered armor, so it should be
Well,
okay.
Yeah, mine's not
Alright,
powered either.
so
I'll be fine.
yeah, in that case, may as well. No point in sticking back.
Well,
Oh
we
wait,
could-
oh crap. I
Is it cool?
forget,
Is
what
it low
limb did I
oxygen?
have replaced?
A
Leg?
I
leg?
lost one of my hands, didn't I?
No, you lost a
lose a-
leg.
Did you lose a
Ah.
hand and a leg?
No, I only lost one.
I mean, you should still be able to walk. It's just going to be you're basically walking with a peg leg instead of an actual leg.
Alright, so essentially it takes me 2 maneuvers to go one, move one maneuver's worth or something like that.
Or 4
Well,
maneuvers now.
Well, just climb into the battle basket.
That's a point. We do have that.
The
And
battle
it
basket.
must have some kind of harness for the person in it, given that it's strapped to the back of the jar.
See, the issue is that, like, me as a player, I kind of go like, that sounds silly, but I also know Zex would be like, yeah, fuck yeah, get me in that battle basket. So,
She's
alright, she's
totally
climbing
right,
into the
yeah.
battle basket, and she's getting her solid projectile. Well, actually, no. She's starting to pull out grenades. She's going to dual wield those.
Oh god.
Jar is less happy about this arrangement suddenly.
I mean, look at it this way. We're in a vacuum. She's got infinite range.
Yeah, here's the question: is it vacuum on the other side of that shield?
Yeah. It's not a physical barrier. It's just a
Okay.
defense. It's just a defense screen.
Also, Zex managed to make a war crime grenade. Sorry about that.
Oh god, again.
Don't apologize until you've used it.
Okay.
Why is it always war crimes with you people?
Exactly.
Not my fault I managed to make a grenade that is both a goop grenade and also has burning elements to it.
I mean, you're not making a great defensive case right here.
No. Let's examine that for a minute. That is absolutely horrifying.
I made a napalm grenade that also forces you to stay in place as you burn alive.
That's even worse. Congratulations.
Well, still better than my napalm rockets, which go into the center of your body before setting you on fire.
Yeah.
Okay, so half the party are horrible monsters, the other half isn't quite.
You
It's
just
only
noticed.
horrible if they survive.
It's just, you guys, okay, to put this into context, you guys are starting to wander into territory that fire was.
Yeah, they really
Like,
are.
really, this is the sort of shit that fire would have done. And was going to do had he been given a bit more time.
And we had crafting rules.
Anyway,
All right.
y'all gonna move up sometime today?
Yeah. Yep, I will.
Where are we? Oh, there.
You're
Oh, well,
hiding.
You're all hiding between the corridors.
I don't know
Someone
how the
moved
heck
us
we got there.
My sword still works, even if the vibro bit doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, even if you lose the ionic bit, you've still got a giant chunk of metal. And honestly, I think vibro doesn't count as electric, does it?
No, it
There's a thing-
does. You can.
Yeah, it's
It's-
got
yeah.
a power cell.
It
Yeah,
specifically
like-
says you can depower vibro weapons.
Basically, I lose the pierce rating, the bonus vicious, and the decreased crit rating, I think.
Yeah, that's all you get for it being vibro. It's the same, other than the fact that it's has a better crit rating and has the pierce. Oh, and the vicious. Sorry.
Right.
Anyways,
Right. So you're stepping through the field. Everything crackles and shuts down. You get kind of used to this. The GM's kind of surprised that no one had thought about trying to deactivate the field.
Honestly,
You
we
could've-
kind of figured that any way of deactivating it would be on the other side of it.
You could have, I suppose you could have tried to break it with your lightsaber.
well, actually, you probably should have tried to find it as a roll perception test to see where it was, but too late now.
Too late now.
All of our
Yeah,
stuff's
we're all-
depowered.
We're all morons.
Happens.
I mean, we
Well,
have.
we're
Nox
all morons,
generator,
but
we
we're also
can
like
just-
we're all very much prepared for this because we've been hit with EMP stuff before, so we're kind of like, eh.
Oh,
Also-
all look at
Yeah,
this.
At this
half
point,
of us
it's
are melee anyways.
inconvenient.
Right, so. Oh, I made a very silly choice. I put something at an angle and I can't take the mask off at an angle.
Well, that's an interesting path.
Yeah. It's almost like whoever built it was slightly drunk.
It channels the mystical Jedi energy.
They were just communing with the deep spirits of the Force.
Are
With the deep-
you suggesting
Yeah,
that
the
Jedi
Force.
follow Feng Shui?
A little less feng shui and a little more Smirnoff vodka, I think. But there we go.
Well, half of one, half a dozen of the other.
Not vodka, magic mushrooms.
Soaked in vodka.
Oh, base vodka. Yeah, not even Ark will drink that. Do well.
Arcturus can probably identify exactly what they were drinking when they built this.
So, you guys gonna actually turn off that field or what?
Nope, we're idiots. We're just gonna keep
I
going.
mean, honestly, there isn't much point.
Are you still? Are you
We've
on the other side?
Yeah, we've passed
Remember,
through
I've
it
got
now.
a
So
freaking thing attached to my nervous system now.
You'll be
That's a
fine.
good point, actually. Yeah, Hylo's
What?
actually gonna go back, berate him a bit for being such a wimp, and then I guess shoot the emitter.
Yeah, but
Is there an emitter to shoot?
at this point there will be, yes.
at this point, Gray's had enough of our shit, and he's going to make sure there's an emitter.
Yeah.
Right,
What,
so
anyway,
ready to
what
go?
you shooting the emitter with?
My slug thrower?
It doesn't work in space.
Alright. I just
No, we
punched the
said
emitter.
it works in space. I just have to brace myself.
Oh, okay.
If nothing else, I have a grenade.
Yeah, but it,
No.
Actually, if nothing else,
Jock can just-
zero gravity,
Jock can
and
just
I have a
punch it a bit.
lightsaber.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
Do that.
Yeah. Now slug fires should work, yeah.
Yay.
Space slug fires.
I mean, realistically, the biggest issue with slug throwers is that you can fire them once, and then, I mean, the problem is that's probably the most you can fire them without it being specially designed.
yeah, bullets work in space, but the reloading mechanisms might not.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they? It's not like they're gravity
Yeah, I mean,
fed.
there would still be the blowback from the gases from the round.
It really depends how the magazine is designed.
Yeah, we won't worry about it.
Springs mostly.
Yeah, let's probably not worry about the exact specifics because the game doesn't.
Right, in front of you is a rather large, ornate vault door.
Does it have a 101 on it?
No, it has pictures of some old-looking Jedi.
Well, we have a lightsaber. Basically counts as a breaching torch for this situation.
I think they probably made this lightsaber resistant.
Yeah.
Magnetically
More than
sealed.
likely.
Can I see whether I know who this guy is?
Who? You mean the Jedi?
The Jedi on the vault? Gray?
Yeah, you can make me a hard law check.
It's gonna
That's
be
3
Vork,
purple,
isn't it?
right?
Yeah, 3 purple.
I know shit.
I know shit. I mean, they're just rolling the exact same amount of failures and examples.
I know
hi,
something.
Thank God. Thank God for Hyla.
It's
Who is
Yoda.
this guy, Gray?
Yo.
Where's that just saved to? Oh, the wrong one.
There's a picture.
Yeah, I'm just grabbing off the internet. It's not exactly this, but it's something along the lines of. I've just saved it to the Borderlands instead of this.
Oops.
It's okay, I've moved it across. Just waiting for it to update. There we go. So it's something along the lines of this, just less mystical, more carved.
And with fewer stormtroopers.
Yeah, 1 or 2 fewer stormtroopers.
Unless one of us, for some reason, is wearing Stormtrooper space armor.
No, Mandalorian.
No, not my speed.
Well, yeah, Jaws would be decorated like Luchador's suit anyway.
Okay.
Is there
I
a
don't know.
handle?
The stormtrooper in that picture is just making me want to steal it.
Anyway, yes, any attempts to light vapors, it seems to be resistant. maybe it's built out of cortosis, whatever.
We should steal the door.
No.
Yes.
Is there a door handle?
Have we tried knocking?
Okay,
Knock.
we throw knock at it.
Knock bounce off the door.
Well, we could always get the turbulators and just blast our way down to the rock.
No, that would
That's
destroy
a
the
very
vault.
bad idea.
First of all, we're standing on said bit of rock and probably get knocked off into space. Second of all, we're looking for a...
Well, I'm assuming we
Start
leave the rock first.
Yeah, but we're looking for starship data. Like, that's the sort of thing that, on a computer that could get blown up by a turbo laser barrel.
Yeah, let's not shoot the thing with our ship. Is there
just
any
going-
obvious mechanism for opening the damn thing?
No.
How about we perception or lore?
Do you know what I think this is going to be? It's going to be a door which you need to use force powers to open, so like force push or force pull to use a mechanism behind the door.
What force powers does our resident force sensitive have? Probably none of those.
Not anything that would open a door.
Mate,
Like, just guessing, but that's how I would make it if I was a Jedi.
Well, then they have effectively designed a door that we cannot open.
Hence explosives.
I don't know. I'm just guessing here. All the hands are highlighted for these people and they're all empty, so I'm going to set my weapon aside.
Oh, it's gonna be one of those ones where like we speak friend and enter.
Yeah, I
I
was
did
going to say.
actually pass my lore check. What do I know?
you get the feeling that, yeah, it's kind of just looking for a force sensitive.
Go poke the door or something,
Yeah.
Milo.
Put your hand up on one of the hands.
Yeah. Give it a high five. Sorry, I should be making this a bit more mystical.
Yeah.
shouldn't
Or a fist bump.
The other
Give it a mystical high five.
fist bump to the guy on the right.
I? Yeah, and roll me a force die. Or how many?
Four die.
How many force die could you do?
Well, not very good.
How do voodoo you do.
I'm guessing that even if I spent the strain, that wouldn't do.
No, it would work with a strain. You have to
With a
push.
strain.
You have to push through it though.
You're angrily channeling the force.
Instead of high fiving, he's definitely going for the fist bump.
Well, I mean,
Does
that
it work?
guy is the representation of the dark side.
Yeah, and yeah, the door will start to grind open.
Can we steal the door?
You can't
No.
steal the door. The door is part of the.
We want to steal the door.
We're not going to steal the fucking door.
Door's
But the
obviously
door is made out of
valuable.
cortosis.
Or
We're not
something
stealing the
similar.
goddamn door. Move on.
Please?
No.
We'll come back and steal the door, don't worry.
What will you do with the door once you've stolen it?
Melt it
Well-
down into... Find something that can cut it and then turn it into armor or something.
Sell it to
Well-
a museum.
Seriously, guys, you're literally talking about taking ancient treasures and then like
Exactly.
melting them down to make them into weapons and armor.
And then go
What
off
is wrong
and
with
find the Jedi, and then explain to the Jedi how you found them, and go, oh
Ancient
yes,
cultural artifacts and just like
They're
sell them off.
about taking the cultural treasures and selling them to the highest bidder so they can be displayed as antiquities and pieces of curiosity.
This
No,
belongs
that's
in
what
a museum,
museums
damn
are
it!
for. Those
Okay,
are
hold
what
on a
museums
minute.
are for, not the black market.
Are you
That's
saying
a
that
very
we
real
are...
thing.
Are you saying that we will be the ones in sort of at the disadvantage after they abandoned us?
there wasn't a
Yes,
war
because
on
they're
when
Jedi,
they.
they're smug and self-focused.
Yeah, that conversation is going to be not go in the Jedi's favor.
Or we could just avoid the conversation whatsoever by not stealing the door.
Sorry, we're going to come back and steal the door.
We're not stealing the fucking
We'll look
door.
at it. We'll talk about it later. Besides, there's no point in talking about it now since we can't get the door. There's no possible way to get the door, anyways. So let's go.
Stealing the door.
So, what do we got?
Yeah, I say we have the holocron, or well, no,
I don't know.
actually, Only
Well,
open the door. Sorry.
There's probably something horrible on the other side first.
Yes, loads. It's the whole room's like a complete junk. Everything's floating around. Apparently, they didn't think about that gravity disappearing. They left everything on nice little pedestals.
I don't think anybody would realize that it's going to anticipate gravity disappearing.
Alright, let's just grab everything and leave.
No.
Who bought the canvas sacks for the loot?
I did.
The ones with swag written on them.
It's either got swag or
You mean-
old-timey dollar signs.
You mean you don't have swag written on those burlap sacks?
Funny enough, no.
That's how they actually get them. Yeah. We tried looking for some for Christmas, and all you can get is swag. No Christmas, just like swag. Bit weird.
Okay, who knows what a
Nothing,
holocron
you're
looks
doing
like?
it again.
Yeah, you're hot micing, I think.
He has been.
Oh, thank you.
And then he died. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I accidentally turn on the lightsaber when it's pointing the wrong way.
Ooh. That's a skull fracture for sure.
Okay.
Don't fracture nothing.
Yeah, it's instant trepanning.
Alright, so...
It is the Domin Trepanning.
Well, is it? We'll look at this. Well, we have the data from the computer, and we have the at least some kind of holocron here.
Do we know what a holocron looks like?
I think they're kind of distinct.
I think we
yeah.
should look over the stuff when we are in a place with gravity and air.
Yeah, I mean, probably we shouldn't loot everything from the archive. We probably should just take like, okay, we have no idea what is it. Well, actually, do they have? No. The problem is, even if they had something on a distinct pedestal, it'd be floating around. Shit. I'm trying to figure out a way that we're not taking like priceless Jedi artifacts with us everywhere because we have no idea what we're looking for.
Look,
What how about this?
Just
what does
I
a map?
assume the pedestals are probably labeled. Do they have indentations for whatever's supposed to be on them in them?
also, we can always just give the priceless Jedi artifacts to the Jedi.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's an interesting thought, isn't it?
Yeah,
Let's
we'd have
do
to
that.
find them first. But
Oh,
Well,
God.
that's the entire point about this. We're trying to find that. We're trying to find where they went in one of the in the half of the location we already have, and the other half is in one of these things.
Yeah,
Well-
we can have everything except the door back.
What's
No.
what's a holocron
that's,
reader?
that's the last time I'll make that.
And Zex is asking like, what the hell is a holocron reader anyway? Is that like some kind of retro? It's like a VCR.
I mean, surely with
What is it?
surely with the advent of the HoloNet, we'd at least be able to have had some vague idea of what a holocron looks, even if we've never seen one in the flesh, as it were.
Great if
Okay,
we find the
how about
holocron,
this?
yes or no?
Yeah, you'll find the holocron. It's not like I'm going to
I
stop
was
you
saying
finding
because,
it. Otherwise, the plot's not going to
because I
go
know
anywhere.
Zex has no idea what a holocron looks like unless it's in one of the holovids, and even then, that
even then, those aren't exactly known for being terribly accurate.
Yeah.
well, besides, the Jedi would probably want to keep that shit really close to their vest. So okay,
We find it. We're done.
we find
We'll
it.
be back.
We're done. Let's start getting out of here.
We now know how to break into the vault if we ever need to again.
Can we close this door behind us? Does it close?
It will close automatically as soon as Hilo steps out. So, God help you if he's the
Hilo
first one to
steps
do
out.
it.
God help you if you're still inside.
Okay, good. We don't have to worry about leaving it open for looters then.
Hello, why are you so far back?
Because someone moved me.
Oh.
It's okay, if
Make
he
sure
was
you
the
were
first
last
one out
out.
the door, it would have been entertaining.
Help, we're stuck.
Help, we're
Help,
being
help,
repressed.
Would have had some time.
Help, we're
To
being
get
repressed.
Okay, so I suppose we make our way back up into whatever ambush you have prepared for us.
Well,
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, I mean, come
yeah.
on.
As a
Where-
plug,
We knew
that'll
it was
be-
coming.
Yeah,
That'll
Which room
be
is
for
the
next
ambush in?
time.
you'll kind of get to the and like the bottom of the stairs is probably the best place. At which point, like a voice will ring out, crackle over your comm systems. We would like to thank you for opening the vault. We were struggling with that. If you would give us access to it and all you have taken, then we will let you live.
How goddamn incompetent are you? Is my reply.
Are you seriously suggesting that you're going to try and beat up the people who could get into a Jedi vault? What does that indicate about the people you're threatening?
That they're going to be an entertaining fight.
Well, at least some people have a death wish here, it seems.
Do you recognize the voice?
No, it's not one you recognise.
Is it the ambush coming looking for revenge? His cybernetic body.
The ambush is dead.
Yes.
We finished off the ambush really hard.
Yeah, it's his twin brother, the obvious trap.
Oh god. oh, didn't they have a sister, a younger sister called Camouflage?
Anyway, yep, that'll be next week.
All right.
Do we get a preview? Or
no, I'll set the encounter up for next week. It'll take me a little while.
Oh, sorry.
That's fine.
This could be a fun one.
All right. Sounds fun.
We're going to see the hordes of pirates in a firing line ahead of us.
Let's see. Also shit. Guess for anybody who's are all of our stuff is still
Offline.
somewhat depowered because it still takes a while to reboot stuff from being hit with ion.
You're terrifying. Good point.
Completely unaffected.
How much XP do we get from this session, Greg?
10.
Okay.
10. Okay.
Jolly good.
Alright.
I am halfway to my next spec.
Nice.
How many specs do you have?
This will be my third.
You can never have enough spec.
All right. This is fun.
Yeah.
Are we
See
actually
you.
done?
Well, we can actually play, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's 10
Yeah.
It's 10 minutes before our normal finishing time, so there's no point in starting a combat with 10 minutes to go.
No, true enough.
So,
Yeah.
Roll initiative, and then that'll be it.
yeah, so
Nah,
we'll
we
do
might-
that next week. See you all then.
See you later.